and lows drop to...
Good morning, everyone. It's time for our AM Minnesota program, brought to us from the Goodhue County Fair, courtesy of the Craig Keller Insurance Agency in Nearstrand, the Security State Bank of Kenyon, where they say personal service, it's our style, and a Wanamingo Mutual Insurance Agency. We'll hear from those terrific folks, and then we'll be heading to the Goodhue County Fair in Zumbrota and hearing from the legendary Jerry Groskreutz.
Your future is important to you and your loved ones. That's why you can trust Craig Keller at the Keller Insurance Agency in Nearstrand to provide you with personalized service and a full range of insurance coverages you can look forward to. As a proud Grinnell Mutual member, Craig Keller will be there when you need him, so you can trust in tomorrow. Contact Craig Keller in Nearstrand at 334-6550 today. Craig will help you protect everything that's valuable to you. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
The Security State Bank of Kenyon has been proudly serving southeast Minnesota since the Great Depression days of 1934. Growing out of the failure of three banks, the family-owned and operated bank is dedicated to the financial needs of area farmers, businesses, and individuals. Security State Bank of Kenyon strives to keep up with the latest technology. It's not just a slogan, it's the mission at Security State Bank of Kenyon, where they say personal service, it's our style. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Since 1876, Wanamingo Mutual Insurance has been protecting people in the Wanamingo area with agents who know the community. Daryl Clavin and Bonnie Herman are joined by Faribault Insurance and GMI Insurance Wanamingo to provide auto, farm insurance, homeowners, business owners, workers' comp, inland marine, and umbrella liability protection. Phone 507-824-2912 for details. Wanamingo Mutual Insurance, a nonprofit company developed to help neighbors. Main office located at 209 Main Street, Wanamingo.
AM Minnesota on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
All right, let's throw it over to Jerry. He is somewhere on the Goodhue County Fairgrounds. Maybe he's doing an interview on one of the rides at the carnival.
That's for the younger crowd, Gordy. I must be important because I am at the Goodhue County Fair office in the back room, so I must really be important. Darla Vieths is here. Darla, your official title, bless your heart, the treasurer.
I'm the treasurer.
Did you grow up, were you from around here, or did you move in?
Goodhue. I'm from Goodhue. I grew up in Goodhue, and I've got a Zumbrota address now, yes. So I'm one of the closer people.
Yeah. And Chuck Swartz here to help out with the program for a little bit. And Chuck, going to say, did you grow up around here? I know you started to, but some of us are still trying to grow up, right?
Still trying to grow up, yeah. I haven't gotten very far in life. I still live where I grew up. The difference was that, by now, 18 years ago, I moved from a bedroom upstairs to a bedroom downstairs.
Oh, my. Boy, I thought of a comment about moving down, but we're just going to skip it. Although, Darla, Chuck does deserve it because when Gordy said the legendary, Chuck started laughing so hard he almost fell out of his chair.
Yeah, he did almost fall out of his chair. Well, I didn't move too far from home either, but it changed from a Goodhue address to a Zumbrota address.
That's not too far. But I wanted to get Chuck in here, too. But what we were talking about before we went on the air, I commented about how much this fair has changed. I mean, I've been coming here for about 30 years, but, boy, these last 3 or 4 years, wow.
It's been a big change around here. There's no question about it. It's really transformed the fair, and it's put a lot of freshness into it. If someone had said to me 4 years ago that within this time frame, there would be something north of $1 million invested in this fairground, in buildings and improvements, I'd have asked what they were smoking. But that's what it's been. It started with a set of restrooms, then it went to a goat barn, and a poultry barn, and a beef barn, and a hog barn, and a remodeled barn for sheep. And this year it was completely redoing one of our 114, 15-year-old commercial buildings with new siding and roof. You look at all of that, and what the community has put into this fairgrounds is amazing, and it really puts a lot of life into things.
I know, Darla, being the treasurer, so the Friends of the Fair were doing their fundraising, and community was trying to come together to support this fair. You were looking at the numbers, and you must have just rolled your eyes sometimes and overwhelmed at the support of the businesses and individuals saying, this is something that we want to preserve.
Some of the checks were amazing. It was wonderful how many people came through with it. It really was. The number of people there, and people that aren't even from our county, some of them haven't even come to the fair, and they want to be a part of it. So it's wonderful.
I think part of it is what we're talking about, too. You mentioned your fair board members, and you have a lot of younger fair board members. And so they were here helping out, working, and you had little kids running around.
Yes, we have from 4 months to, oh, my goodness, how old it can be. But I'm the oldest one on the fair board. That tells you something. Yes, we have 2 people that have less than 4-month-olds. One's 2 months right now, and that baby's been in the office here every day for a long time.
But that's kind of what the fair is all about, families coming together. And if that fair board member would have called off quickly to take care of something, others would have watched the little one in the meantime.
Oh, they do. They're bringing along their own built-in babysitters, and those kids are around here, and they're seeing the fair firsthand. So it's fun to see these people, and these young people who have a faith in the fair. They want to be a part of it and make it happen.
Because I remember when you were setting up big tents to take care of all of the livestock that would come here to the fair.
Correct. Well, I didn't put up any tents. I'm part of putting up the barn.
Tents are temporary.
Tents are temporary. We have totally the largest 4-H livestock show in the state. We put all of ours together, and the barns are all packed full this year too. So it's great to see. We increased in capacity with these new buildings, and they're filling them up.
And we're looking to the future. These barns are going to be here long before I'm dead and gone. They're going to be here. They're going to last for years. So.
And I think that's why you had so much support, even from some that were maybe not involved with the fair, but they recognize what this is doing for the kids.
It brings the community. Yeah. How many times this is our get-together. It's kind of used the same thing the State Fair talks about, the Minnesota Great Get-Together. This is the Goodhue County Get-Together. You don't see people for months at a time. Winter, we're all at home stuck, supposedly, but we're still doing stuff. But this is the time you see your neighbors and your friends and classmates you went to school with. You run into people. You can't hardly walk down the Midway without knowing somebody. Right?
But here's the coolest part for me, Chuck, because I've been coming here for 30 years. And kids that I interviewed growing up in 4-H and FFA, now like Derek's Fair, they're on the fair board, and they've grown up, learned how to take responsibility, and learned about giving back to the community.
You're right. We have a number of directors on the board that were junior fair board members back in their 4-H days, and some of them have now been on the board for a good long time. It was a training ground for them, but it was a point at which they found a place to be interested in the community and contribute to the community, and there's some fantastic members as a result.
And here's what's really cool to watch, too, when I was at the Goodhue County Pork Producers Food Stand this morning, and all at once it was about 7:15, 7:30. The workers started up. Here were these 2 little girls, and they were loading the milk into the cooler and the orange juice, and they were helping out, and they had important jobs, and they felt important, and you learn to take responsibility and work together.
Oh, yes, definitely. They're all age groups. We have a lot of children, or kids as we call them, all over the place on the first few days as we get started. They'll go run. Do you need any help in here? Do you need any help in here if they've finished something? We've got a great junior fair board. Wayne Comfort has those kids. They're not really kids, but they're kids to me because I'm old.
We can relate to that, right?
We'll relate to that.
Yeah. He has a great group. They'll come if they finish their project painting. They finish their project putting up the signs, fixing the signs. They're willing to do anything. They'll go make copies for me. They'll do all kinds of things. So, yes.
It was about 6:45, and by the way, I do have a problem with your gatekeepers here at the fair, though. I drove up and didn't have any parking pass, so I stopped and they looked at me and they said, "Shoot, go ahead." Now, it is Senior Citizens Day, so did they just assume that I'm old and they said, "You're old enough, go in"?
maybe, but I also told them not to check IDs. I'm 65 also, so, I don't have as pretty hair.
I had maybe a dead giveaway. I had white hair.
White hair. So don't ask for IDs. If they say they're 65 or older, you let them in today. But I want to talk about Senior Citizen Day today. So is that all right?
Yeah, but Chuck has to go back to work. Yeah, we've got about 5 minutes, 3-4 minutes before I have to take the marker break. So we'll mention a few things, take the break, and then we'll come back and get the rest of the things on your list. Oh. So you're the treasurer, so you're in charge.
I'm not so sure I'm in charge. Bob Gonzer is our president, and he makes the final decisions. There's been a few decisions. Speaking of the children that have been very helpful, we have a lot of them very helpful. Sometimes they go off on helpers, and they're working. They're doing things. Then there's some others that aren't always working, so we kind of have to monitor whether they're doing good things or not. We were kids once, too, and I bet you didn't always work the whole time.
But the cool thing about two of my favorite youth organizations, 4-H and the FFA, is when you're hanging around other good kids, one starts to maybe stray a little bit. These good kids grab them by the hair, the shoulder, whatever they need, and kind of bring them back.
Bring them back. That's a good thing. And there's a lot of good kids around here. I think if you've talked to the 4-H people, they had over 500 and some young people involved in 4-H this year. So, we got a lot of good stuff going on with the kids.
Well, a couple things on what's going on today for Senior Citizens Day before we take the marker break, Darla.
10 o'clock. If you're anywhere nearby, come on down, especially if you're over 65 or older. You will get in the fairgrounds free, go to the beer gardens, and the sheriff's office is going to be doing a presentation on Bitcoin, bots, and bad guys. And I think I bet you every one of us have gotten a spam call or email that might sound real, or even a letter in the mail. I've gotten letters and it almost looks real. So he's going to be doing a great presentation on how to tell whether it's scams or not. And
I don't think you need to be a senior citizen to benefit from that presentation.
I want everybody to go to it. I got to see one of the handouts he's going to do and show how easy that could be misread easily, especially if we're older. But young people are caught up in it too. So that one is important. That's at 10 o'clock this morning. It would be great to come on down and hear it. It's probably only going to be a 40, 45 minute thing. And then at 11 o'clock, not a lot of kids know how to play euchre anymore, so that's a senior citizen thing. We had euchre at 11.
Ooh, well, growing up, and that's when all the relatives got together for birthday parties, and we'd have 7 or 8 tables going of pfeffer. Pfeffer's pretty similar to euchre, I think. The right, the left, the ace through the 9, I think it's fairly similar. Yeah, and the Bowers, yeah.
So there'll be a good group of elderly people here for the euchre. I'm sure we'll have several tables.
I'm guessing in the beer garden for that?
In the beer garden, so they could enjoy a refreshment if they need one, but we'll see how that goes. And then it might as well stay because at 2:30 we have polka band. The polka band is George's Concertina Band. He's been here the last couple of years. He used to have Ray Sands, but Ray Sands kind of said that he might have been a little too old to do Senior Citizen Day anymore. So we had George's Concertina Band. They come quite a ways. They live up north, but they come on down for that. So that'll be a great time from 2:30 till around 6 o'clock, I think. Then we have some bad news, though. We're not going to have a Senior Citizen of the Year award because nobody turned in an application.
Oh, no.
No one filled one out, but I've been pushing hard. Well, next year, I think we'll be sure have one. And if anybody knows of someone that's over 65, well, have to be over 70, but stuff they've done since they've been 65, and a Goodhue County resident, it would be great.
You're in charge of reminding us a couple months ahead of time. Yeah. You reach out to us, and Gordy, when he does his news, he'll remind Goodhue County people to be thinking of nominating someone. So you can stand by, Darla. It's never a good thing when the farm guy gets carried away and forgets to take a market report.
God,
so we better take a break for the markets, and we'll continue with today's AM Minnesota program. from the Goodhue County Fair where, Jerry, it's so important. I'm in the boardroom.
Good morning. It's time for the Market Minute here on the Linder Farm Network. I'm Linda Brecky on a Friday morning, a higher day for corn, soybeans, and wheat. And this morning, September corn, 454 3/4 and up 6 3/4. December, 479 1/4, up 7 1/4. March, up 7 1/4. September beans also up 7 1/4 at 1173 1/4. November, 1188 1/4, up 6. And September soybean meal up $2. September soybean oil up 15. September Chicago wheat up 18 1/4. Minneapolis September also higher, up 11 1/4. Live cattle October down $4. September feeder cattle down $7.75, now down $8.17. October lean hogs down 40. December down 37. The Dow is down 99 points.
The Security State Bank of Kenyon has been proudly serving southeast Minnesota since the Great Depression days of 1934. Growing out of the failure of three banks, the family-owned and operated bank is dedicated to the financial needs of area farmers, businesses, and individuals. Security State Bank of Kenyon strives to keep up with the latest technology. It's not just a slogan, it's the mission at Security State Bank of Kenyon, where they say personal service, it's our style. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Since 1876, Wanamingo Mutual Insurance has been protecting people in the Wanamingo area with agents who know the community. Daryl Clavin and Bonnie Herman are joined by Faribault Insurance and GMI Insurance Wanamingo to provide auto, farm insurance, homeowners, business owners, workers' comp, inland marine, and umbrella liability protection. Phone 507-824-2912 for details. Wanamingo Mutual Insurance, a nonprofit company developed to help neighbors. Main office located at 209 Main Street, Wanamingo.
Let's get back to Jerry on the Goodhue County Fairgrounds.
We were talking about it, baby. Oh, really? Yeah. How they come from work 4 months.
You're on, Jerry. You're on.
Oh, well, sorry, Gordy. Imagine that. I was talking to Darlene or Darla, excuse me, and one of the fair board members came in. Her ears must have been ringing because the baby's coming too.
He's right here. Henry is right here. Come on, Jerry, you got to meet Henry.
Hi, Henry. Oh, look at that.
It is a full family.
Yeah, it is.
Mom's on the fair board, Dad's on the associate board, and Henry's here helping at 4 months old.
He's Henry's supervisor.
Yeah. And they bring in their built-in babysitter, or someone wants to hold Henry. He's a good baby.
Well, it's amazing how a little boy can turn normal, rational adults into babbling adults.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Colin has too, haven't you? Noticed that. He said that babbling adults can turn out because
when babies come in. The older you are, the more infatuated you are with those little ones.
Yeah.
So we better get down to business again. Let's review a little bit, Darla, the Senior Citizens Day. First, you'll get in free and you aren't carding.
No, they won't card you as long as you tell them you're 65 or older, because you never know.
Unfortunately, they might know definitely over 65, and they won't even ask, as in my case.
As in your case, and they're kind of young out there. They probably think people are older than they are. But I need to talk about what's happening at 10 o'clock again. I think that's going to be such a fantastic class with that Bitcoin bot, the bad guys, learning about scanning. It's at 10 o'clock. The Goodhue County Sheriff's Office is going to be putting it on. I believe it'll be Deputy Jonathan Haneke. I think he's more than a deputy, but, he's...
And the key, as you mentioned, Bitcoin, well, if you're our age, maybe we don't even have to deal with Bitcoin, but the internet scams, the telephone scams, the cell phones, that could, and you only have to not maybe paying attention for just a few seconds to click on the wrong thing, and you have turmoil.
You could have, especially if your accounts are connected to any of that. So yes, I think that's I don't know if it can prevent it, but at least the knowledge knowledge is important these days, so that's why we learn a lot around here.
So, by the way, who can stand up and take a bow that it was their idea to have the sheriff do a program on that here at the fair? That's a great idea.
Me.
All right. Darla, take a bow.
All right. Yes, I did. Thank you. Then having the euchre tournament is an important thing at 11 o'clock for elderly people. Some young people do carry on the tradition, but I know more young people that don't know how to play euchre than older ones do know how to play.
Here's the challenge, though. It's not like bridge where there's a whole lot of learning to. You can catch on to euchre pretty fast. And you know what? If you're young, you might have a blast hanging around a bunch of senior citizens.
I don't know. I learned euchre pretty young, and I still don't know bridge.
But that's my point. So euchre, you don't have to be old to go and play euchre today, right?
That's true. You don't have to, but it takes a little bit of concentration. Then after that, we have the George's Concertina Band coming on, and he's a polka man. And we have plenty of room for you to dance. It was kind of disappointing that only one or two couples ever get up and dance. Fun to watch people still polka.
Yeah.
I have two left feet or two right feet, so I don't know how to polka.
But you can appreciate watching somebody who can.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate people that have a hard time walking and are out there dancing. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see that. But as I told you, we don't have a Senior Citizen Year of the Year award because volunteer awards, kind of big mouthful there, sorry. But next year we're going to push it hard enough that we get people to actually fill out applications and write a paragraph about somebody that does a lot of stuff, because we have a lot of senior citizens that do a lot of volunteering. Actually, around the fair, if you look around, we have a lot of volunteers that are willing to just come and help for the week. Some people take the whole week off of work. Yeah. Actually, I know several people that take the whole week off of work to come volunteer, help at the fairgrounds. What else do you need us to do? How can we help? I love it.
Well, maybe that's why this fair is so successful and why you've got all of these buildings here. Sure, it started with the kids in the 4-H program, but
it's still meant for the kids, though. It's going to be the future. Our future is here. We're going to keep these buildings, and we're going to keep it going. And they're going to grow up. I have a nephew that's on the fair board, and he started in 4-H, and he's never been off the fair board. He went from junior fair board onto the fair board, and he's working pretty hard. I'm sure many of you know who that is. That's Justin Vieths. He does a lot with the back gate. He does a lot with everything with the pits and the doing the autocross. We have autocross on Friday night.
Oh, that's tonight then. Yeah, we should mention the tractor pull last evening.
That was still going, I think, well past 11. And tonight, I'm sure the autocross will probably go till 11:30 or so. But tomorrow night, which is the last night, we have a demolition derby. But then after the demolition derby, well, it's actually not Saturday night. It starts at 5 o'clock. To me, that's still Saturday afternoon. But in the dusk, in the evening, we're having fireworks for the 250th anniversary of America. It's a big deal to us that 250 years we've been a part of it, or America's been here. I don't think you were here back 250 years ago.
Even as old as Gordy makes out that I am, I wasn't here. However, I did notice the cool 250th flag here flying at the Goodhue County Fair.
And we also have a couple of 250th going down the midway, down. As you go down there, you'll see over 250-year flag. So it's a big deal. This is our year to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States.
I don't know a whole lot about fireworks and all the rules and the regulations. I'm sure they're a mile long, and I'm sure they aren't cheap. Here again, I remember somebody on AM Minnesota yesterday or day before, Gordy was talking about it. Few sponsors stepped up and said, we want to have fireworks and we want to help pay for it.
Yes.
Here we are.
Yes. And I'm not disclosing who they are, but yes, they came up with a great amount of money, and we also had to get a permit from the county, and you have to have everything. This is
explosives, and they're dangerous, so you got to know what you're doing. That's why there are all those rules and regulations.
So if nothing else, come on out for Saturday. and come and see the demo. Come and see. Oh, we've got some great music after the demo, and it's the Grand Foster Grand. Sorry, I couldn't even get this. But then to see the fireworks, that'll be important. And that doesn't mean you have to leave right after the fireworks. You can still stay and listen to the music.
But then Sunday morning, it's all over. And when you go to a county fair the day after, and it's kind of depressing, but then you just have to remind yourself, in a year, we're going to do it all again. So there's the next one to start looking forward to.
On Sunday, they'll come and start taking the project. The buildings will be emptying out. It's amazing how fast it's all emptied out. And yeah, what you say, it's kind of depressing, but it's also a relief.
Yeah.
Sit back, and yes, we're going to do it all again next year, and let's see, how can we fix it for next year? Anything we need to change. So it'll be great.
By the way, we've got a little bit of time left yet. Wanted to mention the 4-H livestock auction Saturday morning, one of the biggest fundraising events for the kids of 4-H of the year. So hopefully we'll have lots of folks here and lots of supporters.
Yes. That's a tradition that a lot of them come. They spend quite a bit of money to get these kids and going with that. I'm not very familiar with the auction, but I do.
It's a big deal.
It's a big, big deal. The kids work hard to get ready for that. It's fun to see the animals. It's always fun here. Besides, we also have 18 food vendors. If nothing else, you come to eat food, different kinds of food, get something different to drink and that. And I see he's looking at his clock. I must be talking too much already.
No, we've got a couple, 3 minutes left, but I wanted to mention I did take note of the carnival that's here today, and boy, did that look like it'd be fun for maybe the little younger crowd.
Younger than me, but it's pretty busy. There's quite a few kids that want to enjoy it. And they can do the band and
Where'd you go?
Well, Jerry went bye-bye for some reason.
Last year when there was the glitch with the carnival and wasn't able to be here, we did the best we could, had the bouncy houses. We still had a great time.
Well, he's cutting out. I don't know why, but Jerry's cutting out on us, so must have lost his signal somehow or something. Anyway, I think you get the gist of what's going on during the Senior Citizen Day at the Goodhue County Fair in Zumbrota. Again, no senior awards, so I don't go back to the fairgrounds tonight to post a picture of the seniors of the year on our website, which is really a neat feature that people enjoy, unfortunately. And I'm going to put in a little plug. If you are at a church, every single church in the free world wouldn't be around if it weren't for volunteers. So every single church in Goodhue County should be able to name 1 or 2 people from their church that they can nominate for the Goodhue County Senior Citizen of the Year. I mean, and it doesn't take that much either. As you heard Darla say, you only have to write a couple of sentences about them. You'll want to write more. There was one for the Rice County Senior, and of course they do theirs differently, and I like the way Rice County does it. Goodhue County follows the state Senior Citizen of the Year, where you can only take into account what you've done in terms of volunteerism after you turn 65, which in my mind is crazy. You could have a stroke just before 65 and never be able to volunteer and have been a volunteer your whole life up until you're 65. So I think the Rice County Fair does it right. They take your whole life into consideration, not just after you become a senior. But that's the way the state does it. Rice County broke away from that a few years back when Jim Hermel was the head of the fair. And I thought that was a good thing then and a good thing now. I mean, your whole life, we got some incredible volunteers in our region, no question about it. Have a terrific rest of the day, everybody, okay?
News, sports, talk, and more. You're listening to the Mighty 920 KDHL, Faribault. Also broadcasting at 97.9 FM, a Town Square media station.